Hello, I'm Zena Wigram and I want to help make singing fun. I firmly believe that the easier singing is and the more comfortable it is, the more enjoyable it is. Today's exercise is a breathing exercise. It's all about how to help control your breathing. And when we sing, the vocal folds vibrate as a result of air passing through them. And normally they're completely relaxed when you breathe normally, and then as you start to speak or sing, they'll vibrate. And controlling the flow of air through them as they vibrate is how we get a really lovely sound in the singing. So, today's exercise is one I call 4-4-8. It's a kind of counting exercise. And it's very simple. All you need to do is breathe in for the count of 4, hold for the count of 4, and then breathe out on an S or an F for the count of 8. So let's start with S. So I'm going to show you how to do it first. So it's just that's all. That's all you need to do. Okay? So I'll count now and you have a try. When you breathe in, try to be absolutely silent. If you can hear the breath going in, then you're hearing tension in the vocal folds. And what we want is absolutely silent. So absolutely silent breath in, all right? And breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent. Now let's try it again using F. All right? Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm trying to make my fingers go in reverse and it's not working very well, but I think you know what I mean. Okay. This time, as you breathe in, try to have your ribs lifted. We talked about wanting to go up straight and have a lovely a relaxed, loose, upright posture in the last video. Trying to keep yourself up. Lift your ribs as you breathe in, and then as you breathe out, try to keep them lifted, and you'll find that that makes things happen to your tummy. So you might want to put your hands on the bottom of your ribs so you can feel what happens with your tummy as you breathe in. All right? So we can just on F again. All right? And breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Keep your tummy raised. 6, 7, 8. Okay? And you should have found that things happen in your tummy. It's also much easier to stay up straight if you're keeping the ribs up straight. So all the posture stays nice and straight, makes it less likely that you're going to collapse in on yourself like a pricked balloon, which is not a good look and doesn't help the singing. So now, having done those, let's move on to making a sound. We're going to make the NG sound like the end of the word sing. So pick a note that suits you. It might suit most people. Doesn't matter what note you're picking, we go out on all right? And breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Excellent. Right. The next part of the exercise is to open to an R. And we can open from R or from R. Now I like opening from NG to R because then it's only your tongue that opens, your jaw stays loose and relaxed, and that makes it easier to keep your jaw loose and relaxed. What we want to make sure we do when we open to R is make sure that the jaw just drops down a little bit in a relaxed manner. Now you don't want a huge wide open, look at my tonsils effect. If you do that, you can end up strangling yourself at the back. Think of it as a seesaw. The wider you open the front, the more tight it is at the back, and then there's tension, and we don't want tension. What we want is instead you see a sort of slightly stupid dropping down and back rather than pushing your jaw forward. Now that was a huge exaggeration, but if you start feeling that your jaw's going forward or getting tense, remember that what you want is down and back in a very relaxed fashion. Okay, so we're going to do for 4 and then ah for 4 on whichever note you pick. Is the note I'm going to pick, but you pick a note that works for you. All right, and breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, ma. Okay, lovely. One more try, and this time pick a different note. If you find that you want to sing higher notes than are comfortable for you, this is an opportunity to pick a slightly higher note. Don't go so high as to be uncomfortable, but a slightly higher note in order to encourage your voice to start to resonate in a relaxed way in a higher note. If you're wanting to get some lower notes to get them more comfortable in your voice, pick a lower note. That's fine. That's the note I'm going to pick now. All right, so let's try that again. We're going to go ah, all right, and breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Okay, right. That's all there is to it. Just have to do it like that. What I suggest is that you try doing that every day. You can try the exercise while you're waiting for the bus. You can try it when you're doing the washing up. You can try it while you go for a walk. I find it quite helpful to do it because you can count the paces as you go. It doesn't matter if anybody comes past, because then you can just quieten down to it's off and nobody will know that you're doing it. If you're on your own, then you can start using a little bit of sound to make and ah in order to start getting your voice loose, relaxed, with a lovely controlled breath. Right, well, that's all there is for this week. Have a lovely week and I'll see you next time.